Yo, JG the PT, back with another video for the JGang. If you haven't already become a member, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, follow me on Snapchat and Instagram at JG_the PT, follow the Facebook page at JG the PT, or don't, I don't really give a fuck. You can stay being a bitch, that's cool, that's on you. Now, I got sent in a question by a friend of mine, it's Martha, saying, basically the question was, tips on improving your body clock and how to get up earlier. Let's get into the video. Alright, so I got two methods for you in setting your body clock to wake up earlier, and then I've got 5 tips for you just in terms of getting better sleep or helping yourself to set a sort of a bedtime and to set your body clock into getting up earlier. Now, the two methods I have one method which is a healthy method, I have another method which is more unhealthy, but hey, extreme circumstances call for extreme measures. Okay, so method 1, this is the healthy method, it's fairly simple, you simply build up to it. Now what do I mean by that? I mean, you're going to go to bed and you're going to wake up 15 minutes earlier than you did the day before. So on Monday, let's say you go to bed at 12, you wake up at 6, then on Tuesday, you're going to go to bed at 11:45 and you're going to set your alarm for 5:45. Now when your alarm goes off, you can't lay in bed and stay there, you've got to get out of bed, you've got to get up, you've got to get moving, so you get tired out throughout the day, and then that night you'll go to bed at 11:30 because that's 15 minutes earlier than you did the night before, and then you'll get up at 5:30. And you're going to keep doing that until eventually you get to the time that you want to go to bed at and that you want to wake up at. You know, you could keep doing that until eventually you're going to bed at 10 and you're waking up at 4, if that's what you want to do. Now method 2 is the unhealthy method, but it's a method that I've used quite a lot and it does work, but it's fucking tiring. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to force yourself to wake up at the time you would like to wake up, regardless of the amount of sleep you've had. So, I've had situations where it's like, I need to start waking up at 4 AM to do whatever, but I've gotten used to going to bed at 10 AM. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to get into bed like you normally would at 10, and then you're going to wake up at 4 AM. Now, regardless of how you feel, you're going to get out of bed, you're going to have a busy ass day with no naps. You're not going to have any naps at any point during the day. You're going to try and keep as busy and you're going to try and stay as busy as you possibly can throughout the day, just so you're exerting more energy, so when you do finally go to bed, you're more tired out. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to bed at the time you would like to set your body clock to. So if I was getting up at 4 AM, ideally I'd want to go to bed at 8 AM, so I get 8 hours of sleep. So what you're going to do, you're going to tie yourself out, you're going to go to, if that was the case, you'd go to bed at 8 AM. And then you're going to set your alarm for 4 AM. Now, you might be laying in bed awake for 2 or 3 hours. You're just going to suck it up. You're going to suck it up and you're going to lay in bed for those hours. You're not going to go on your phone, you're not going to fuck around, you're just going to lay in bed till eventually you fall asleep. And then you're going to wake up at 4 AM again. You're going to be tired as fuck because you didn't get a good night's sleep, you got a bad night's sleep. But you're going to wake up again, you're going to have a busy ass day, and then you're going to go to bed again at 8 AM. And you're going to keep 8 AM, 8 PM. And you're going to keep doing that, you're going to keep going to bed at 8 PM, waking up at 4 AM, or whatever the time is that you need, whatever the times that you desire to go to bed at, you're going to keep going to bed at, whatever time you want to be able to wake up earlier at, you're going to wake up at, and then you're going to have a busy day, you're going to keep doing that, and eventually you'll get to a point where when you do finally get into bed, you're going to be so fucking tired out that you fall asleep. And then you're going to sleep, and then you're going to wake up at 4 AM and boom, your body clock is set to an 8 PM, 4 AM schedule, or whatever the schedule is that you need. So those are the two methods that I have of actually getting your body clock to shift. Now the tips I have, I've got 5 tips for you. The first tip is to have a bedtime and stick to it. This is a lot harder said than done, and also it feels like some fucking 6-year-old shit, you know, go to bed on time and whatnot, but it's important. Have a bedtime, stick to it. If you want to go to, like if you're trying to reset your body clock, but you keep going to bed at 12, and you keep going to bed at midnight and forcing yourself to get up at 4 AM, you're not going to be setting your body clock to go to bed at 8 PM and get up at 4 AM, because you're not sticking to the bedtime. You need to have a bedtime, stick to it. Tip 2 is to stay hydrated. Now, I have no evidence to back this up. I don't know if hydration helps you sleep, but hydration has a lot of benefits for the body, and the mind just in general, really. So just make sure you're hydrated, make sure you're drinking enough water. It might help, it might not, but I think it helps. Ever since I started drinking more water, everything in my life has improved, whether it be, you know, how clear my skin is, spots, my focus, memory retention, all sorts of shit. Everything improves if you're hydrated. If you're dehydrated, it's just not a good place to be in. Martha, you in particular, you're quite a small person. You've got a petite frame, so I would say you only need about 1.5 liters. Most people need about 2 liters. I drink 3 liters a day, or at least I try to. I get about 2 to 3 liters each day. But stay hydrated. You probably only need about 1.5 liters, and you're good. Tip 3: have a bedtime routine. What the fuck do I mean by a bedtime routine? I just mean a series of actions you do right before you go to bed. Now for me, that consists of I get my clothes laid out for the next morning, I write out my workout and my goals, my to-do list, all for the next day. I put it in my gym bag, I get everything organised for the next day. Then I go through just a quick skincare routine, I brush my teeth, and then I get into bed. The reason for this is because it's gonna kind of set your brain up for almost like a trigger, right? You know how all addicts have triggers that make them engage in certain behaviours, and we're going to try and set this up as not exactly a trigger. It's not exactly the same in terms of the psychology, but it's going to be something that makes your brain realise, oh, we're getting ready to go to sleep now. So you're going to have some sort of bedtime routine. You're going to get shit done before you go to bed, and it's going to be the same shit every night. It's going to sort of help your body get ready for going to bed. Tip 4 is to avoid blue light. What the fuck do I mean by blue light? What I mean is, when it comes to artificial light, so whether it be the lights in your room, TV screen, computer screen, your phone, blue light has something in it that imitates sunlight. Now, the reason you want to avoid this is because when naturally our bodies, we should be going to bed when the sun goes down and waking up when the sun rises. That our circadian rhythm should be in time with that. Now, the reason you want to avoid blue light is because once the sun's gone down, your body should start producing melatonin. Now, melatonin is vital in terms of the quality of sleep that you get and how long you can sleep for. When you're looking at blue light after the sun's gone down, if you turn the light on in your room, if you're staring into your phone, if you're watching TV, that blue light has something in it that imitates sunlight. Now your brain is going to think that the sun is still up, so it's not going to start the melatonin producing process that it normally should. This is going to lead to a lot worse quality of sleep, or a more just a worse quality of sleep in general when you actually try to go to sleep, and it'll keep you awake for longer. Now, I know it's not exactly possible to completely avoid it, so what you can do is either reduce the amount of which you're exposed to blue light. So if every night you watch a lot of TV, you've got all the lights on in your room, you're staring into your phone for hours on end, cut that shit the fuck down as much as you can. Natural light doesn't have this thing that imitates sunlight, so you could have candles around your room that you blow out before you go to bed, and that would be fine. That wouldn't have the same effect on your brain that the artificial light does. Or what you can do is you can buy, there are certain types of shades. I haven't got any. When I've got some money, I fucking will though, but they're shades that have special screens in them that block out blue light. So if you do have a bunch of lights on, if you do need to be on your computer or whatever, for whatever reason, you're able to do so without fucking up your melatonin production. Now, tip 5, and the final tip I have, is to work out. Now, this might sound like it's got nothing to do with going to sleep, but trust me on this one. The more fatigued you are, the more worn out and tired you are when you get into bed, the easier it's going to be to go to sleep. For me, I used to have shit sleep until I started working out, because I was so fucking physically tired and mentally tired by the time I got into bed that I just went straight to sleep like that. So work out or do something, anything, whether it be just have a busy day in general. But if you have a busy day and you work out as well, it's going to be more effective at tiring you out, so when you do go to bed, you actually want to go to sleep. Yeah, man, that's about it. That's all the tips and methods that I have. That's what I use, that's what works in my own life. I hope this helps. I hope this answers your question. If you've got any other questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you haven't already subscribed, become a member of the JGang. You know what it is. Fucking follow me on Snapchat and Instagram at JG_the PT. Check out the Facebook page at JG the PT. Peace!